Good evening, members of council. My name is Louis Christian. I reside at 14 Mistletoe Street here in the city of Petersburg. I just come forward to say it was interesting to hear when the presentation was being made, especially when we're talking about doing things right and making sure, we're asking about accountability. I would ask that this council look over those amendments and to adopt some. Because again, and I say this because, number one, when we as the citizens have to face, you all say, well, we beat you all up, but think about how members of council attacked us as citizens about being delinquent on personal property tax. You, in essence, blamed us for some of the problems that's going on, and maybe that's true. But likewise, we see, many of us who attended these meetings, we see these amendments now as holding you accountable for the mess that we're in. When you talk about doing right, it almost made me laugh because here of late, most of the actions that council have taken have not been right. You've held closed sessions with less than 72-hour notice. You all have spent our money without having public hearings. So again, let's adopt these ordinances so that everybody can do right. And finally, we can have a city council and leaders that let the citizens know we're tired of you all running amok with our money, with our patience. Because again, you all did not elect me as a citizen. I, as the citizen, elected you. Thank you.
Next speaker. She was next. Sorry.
Good afternoon. My name is Yolanda Stokes, and I live at 26 Flank Road, Petersburg, Virginia. To the Honorable Mayor Myers, Vice Mayor Perrin, in considering the changes to the amendments, I would ask that you would revisit the tow policy. As far as the police department is concerned, particularly when the police confiscates a vehicle that has been, in my case, it was a stolen vehicle. And the person that stole it was an underage teenager. And the problem was the tow cost when the police department confiscates and gives it to a tow company. The current code that you have, the city code, contradicts the state code on towing. It gives a specific, the state code gives a specified period of time in which the citizen has to get the vehicle back with no cost. I walked mine through, and with the current police department and the tow company that you all have contracted to hold the vehicle for the police department, I did get them to honor that state code, and I received my vehicle back within a timely fashion. Well, it wasn't timely, but they did discharge the charges because your current code contradicts the state code on when the police department can charge once they confiscated it. So to give you just an idea of what I mean, within a 72-hour period after they've contacted me, I have that time to get to the tow company to get my vehicle, in which I did it within hours. They called me at 2 a.m. in the morning. I was there when the tow company opened, but they wanted to charge me a huge cost, and they had it less than 24 hours. I had worked with the Commonwealth attorneys in both Petersburg and Hopewell on the issue, so I knew that that was contradicting state code. So if you'll take a second look at that while you're making your amendments, so that it makes it not a hardship on the citizens when they have the police department confiscate their vehicle due to no fault of their own. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Vice Mayor and City Councilors present. The time has come for the community to speak out on what we want. We want to be a part of choosing our own leadership. We are sick and tired of the lack of response from our police and community leaders. We want someone who cares, who shows up, who answers the calls from the community. We are tired of the rumors and innuendos. If you want to go, make your decision based on rumors, then I've heard rumors about each one of you present, and it wasn't good. Chief John Dixon III was wrongfully terminated.
Excuse me, ma'am. It's not related to this document. You can say that for the public hearing, please.
I thought this was a public hearing. It's not.
Because it's not related to this document.
We're going to have that tonight?
Yes, ma'am, you have an opportunity.
Any more speakers?
Good evening, Barb Rudolph.
1 second, Ms. Rudolph,
Sorry.
please. Go ahead.
This public information period, or this part of the agenda, is only for changes to the existing charter. There's a public information period that is on here for the public to speak of who signed up, so we'll get to that portion after we finish this. Go ahead, Ms. Rudolph.
Thank you.
Barb Rudolph, 1675 Mount Vernon, and I'm definitely only talking about the charter. And I just wanted to commend Councilman Moore and Councilwoman Wilson Smith. I know they worked very hard to bring this committee together and devoted a lot of effort and energy to it. Also, Mr. Flynn did a tremendous amount of work and I think donated some services to the city, so I think he should be applauded too. I attended every meeting. I wasn't part of the group. It was very interesting. A lot of good suggestions came out. I would like you all to consider possibly delaying action on some of these if the ones that are, if there's some substantive ones that need more input. I realize a lot of this is housekeeping and probably it makes sense to go ahead and approve those. I would comment, this is just my observation, but from the folks on the committee, there were a couple individuals who were very wedded to the charter as it was written 30 or 40 years ago. And I think it would be a more open process to go ahead and have a referendum, for example, on how to select a mayor, as Mr. Flynn was suggesting. So please consider that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any more speakers?
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
I just wanted to kind of piggyback on what the last speaker said. There are some things that probably need a little further discussion, and some of the things that basically that's already covered by state code. Might as well go ahead and approve those tonight, but some of the other things maybe wait on. There's some processes, and it may not fit in the charter, but well, first of all, is there a way that, I know that people did a lot of hard work and working on this. Could we actually ask them to stand and be recognized?
We'll get to that point.
You will be doing that tonight?
Yes.
Okay. And one thing that wasn't covered, and maybe it's not a charter provision, but the sale of city property. I wonder if that should be in the charter, or I know there are ordinances for it, but including timelines in the announcements of when these should be published, as well as a standard provision of all sales contracts for sale of city property, which would include a reversion clause, which some have and some don't. So if y'all would undertake looking at these items a little deeper, I would appreciate it, and I think a lot of other people would too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any more speakers? Seeing no hands, this public hearing is closed. Ann Myers.